Hi. Hi, everyone. How are you all doing today? So, here we are for another wonderful, wonderful morning. We are here. It is, Wellness Wednesday, and we are live. I am coming to you this morning. I had a wonderful, wonderful meeting with NCOSC Law, and after that happened, well, I heard that the House has made their vote. What have they voted on? Well, I know you guys have all been hearing that little thing going around about the red flag laws. Yes, they're here. Well, you know, sorry to say this, but the House has voted. Now, this isn't our Missouri House. This would be our house in D.C. Now, the House has voted to red flag the military personnel in a veto-proof majority. Now, let me explain to you what exactly that means. Well, the adage has never been more true than last week, when a bucket load of House pro-gun Republicans voted to pass the giant defense bill containing in its bowels a red flag gun confiscation proposal for the military hidden, and it says there by the Nancy. I don't like to get political, but this is just, it was hidden there by the Democrats. And Aiden Johnston, our Director of Federal Affairs, described this congressional farce in the article in the Houston Concurrent. You can also see how your representatives voted with the nay. Now, the nay vote is being the pro-gun vote, okay? The yay vote would be anti-gun vote. So this is how I wanted to explain this today, is if you voted nay, if your representatives voted nay, then that's being pro-gun, pro-Second Amendment. If your representative voted yay, then that would be anti-gun, no to Second Amendment for military personnel. So the House passed the GCO, the gun confiscation order, applied to persons subject to the United States Code of Military Justice, but for them it would be worse in many ways than the red flag GCO programs drafted by state legislature. And this is why, because the essentials are the same. The gun owner can be stripped of his or her Second Amendment protected rights in an ex parte proceeding by an unsubstantiated allegation from a hostile relative who dislikes him or her. Experience has shown that this confiscation normally occurs in a surprise raid on the gun owner's home in the middle of the night. Now, in more than one case, I can't talk today. The gun owners have been shot to death for noncompliance. I don't know about you, but I'm a veteran as well. How many veterans do we know out there that are honest to God going to give their guns up in the middle of the night when you come into their home with flashbangs, breaking into their homes? How many veterans do you know that have been in war that are not going to have some type of weapon by their side? And you come into their home with their children and their families there, and they're not going to get up out of their bed and come shooting back at you? This is a problem. Now, thanks to the rabid onslaught of gun-hating politicians, it's sitting on the 2021 National Defense Authorization Act, the NDAA. Now, unlike the boilerplate in GCOs, drafted by gun control groups and passed in 19 states already, the House-passed NDAA bill allows the president, now this is presumably in the House's opinion Joe Biden, to write all of the particulars. But the legislation raises these several questions. What will the standard of proof be for taking away the gun owner's constitutional rights? What will the accusers need to show? Now, these are on federal levels, so these are very good questions because this is going to be a standard of accountability for all 50 states. This is not just for one state. What constitutional rights will the military court proceedings recognize? What will the police do with the gun confiscation order? And will they ransack the house, kill the threatening, i.e. non-compliant gun owner? House Republicans, they were caught sleeping. You know, despite Trump's threat to veto the bill, many Republicans helped pass the gun confiscation arm in arm with anti-gun Democrats in a veto-proof majority. So, this is what veterans are asking you to do. If you are pro-Second Amendment, then there is a form that is printed out from the gunowners.org. There is I'm going to post all this, okay? I'm going to post all this, to attach it to this video. I'm going to post all this, attach it to the Anchor podcast. I'm also going to post this and attach it to our Facebook page. That way, everybody can get this information. For decades, Congress has dutifully passed an unnecessary National Defense Authorization Act, and this isn't the first time that it contained gun control. But it has gone too far this time. I am not a Republican or Democrat. I've stated this so many more times. I am an independent, but when it comes to our Second Amendment, our constitutional right to bear arms, if you have the right to bear arms, you should have that right to bear arms. I have already went onto this site. I live in the state of Missouri. I have looked at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 people in the House. I have looked at all 8 of those votes, and I am going to call them out right now to save people time. We have 6 Republicans and 2 Democrats in the House of Representatives in Washington, D.C. Since we are spread out, I do not know if the entire state of Missouri realizes who all 8 of these representatives are. So therefore, I am going to go ahead and tell you who everyone is and how they voted. Because we do have an election coming up, and they all like to say that they're pro-Second Amendment. Okay, now remember this. The yays are anti-guns, and the nays are pro-Second Amendment. So, Billy Long was a nay. So he is protecting your Second Amendment right. So Billy Long is doing what he says he's supposed to do. Jason Smith, he said nay. He voted nay. So therefore, he is protecting your Second Amendment right. Now, every single one of the other ones, all 6 of the other ones, Ann Wagner, Republican, Blaine Lukemeyer, Republican, I don't know the first name, but Hartzler, Republican, Graves, Republican, Cleaver, Democrat, and Lacey Clay, Democrat, all voted yay. These 6 individuals all voted in favor of this bill that they are trying to get passed. So, we need your help, Missouri. we are going to post all of this information that you are going to need to know to contact your representatives. If you live in an area that does not apply to Billy Long or Jason Smith and does apply to any 6 of these representatives, Clay, Cleaver, Graves, Hartzler, Lukemeyer, or Wagner, even if you're not a veteran and you are a gun owner, you need to be on the horn with these people, and you need to be telling them that they need to change their vote. Or yeah, because there's going to be a form that we're going to attach that you can fill out and you can send to your representative. These people are lying to you to get votes to stay in Washington. We tried to tell you guys this. We tried. You know, the people running against them, they tried to tell you. You didn't listen. It's point of fact. You didn't listen. We tried to tell you. So, I'm sorry. I really am. But I will bring the truth to you. This is my voice for theirs. And this is very important information. I understand that we have militant groups. I understand that we have Antifa. I understand that we have bad organizations recruiting bad people out there. But this bill is going to apply to every single veteran, and it is only targeting military personnel and veterans. This is wrong. Absolutely wrong. These are people who have fought and died and went to war for this country, to protect the people of this country. And now our representatives are going to take these rights away from us? This is wrong. It's not a Republican issue. It's not a Democratic issue. As you can see here with just the votes in our own state, and I've looked at all 50 states, across the entire board, we've got Republicans and Democrats voting to take our gun rights away. Do not let them tell you that this is a Democrat issue or a Republican issue. This is a constitutional issue. It is a sad, sad day here in America when we have our own government threatening to take the gun rights away from honorable servicemen and women, and allowing the gun rights to stay in the hands of criminals and dissidents and felons and domestic abusers. It's not right. That is all I have for you for this podcast this morning. And I really hope that you heed this warning. And I really hope that you call your representative, write your representative, get on the horn to your representative, and let them know how wrong this is. Once again, this has been Tiffany Marlar, and this is my voice for theirs. Thank you very much.